What's going on, everybody? It's Chris Leo with the leading agent team at Status 5 Studio, and today I wanted to share with you a little bit of a tech tip, and it revolves around Instagram. So it's a mobile thing. What Instagram has is they have a feature that is called highlights, and you can take the Instagram stories posts that you make, and you can actually turn them into highlights. And when you do that, they actually survive forever. You can also have multiple highlights, and the strength of that is you could actually specifically show people things that you want them to see. This is a really cool feature because in the past, really in your bio on Instagram, all you could do was put a link maybe to like your website or your blog. But this time with these highlights, it actually gives you a little more power. So before we go into ways that you can use them, let me show you how to actually create a highlight. So we got our phone here, and what we'll do is we'll go in here, and I'm going to click on Instagram and open up my app. And so what you'll see here is just our Instagram feed. And then if you want to add to your Instagram story, you just click on the add to my story icon. And what I'm going to do in this case, I'm not going to take a picture of me making this video or anything. Let's say for our leading agent site, what we want to do is we want to focus on showing people our blog to try to drive people to our blog. So I went ahead and I created some photos here of different blog posts. So I've got here this one that's just a main shot of our blog. So maybe what we do is we put that in there, and then all I have to do on the bottom of the screen there is click on your story. And then what I can do is now I can go in here and I can click to add another one to my story. And so then maybe we'll post this blog post here, 2 content marketing strategies for realtors that want to crush it. And again, we'll click the plus to add the story. And just for good measure, we'll do one more. So I'm going to go ahead and say I want to add to my story. And we'll pick one more here. And again, I'm going to click the plus at the bottom of the screen there that says add to story. And so now I've got some photos in my Instagram stories. And so if I go back to Instagram stories, it's going to start showing me things. And if I click that highlight button at the bottom, you'll see it says new highlight. And so I could say our blog. So I click add to highlights, done. And then I can add this photo to highlights. So I'll add it to our blog. And then if I go back to my highlights and I look at, I could highlight that one. I'm going to add it to our blog. Then I'll highlight that one. Again, just clicking that heart highlight button at the bottom, choose our blog. And that's it. And so now when you look at our Instagram page here, you can see we've got our bio. And then as I scroll down here, right before I get to the top of the scroll, you'll see, boom. So I could create new highlights, or you'll see that I've got one that's our blog. So this will actually live forever. So when I click on it, then people get to see different things that we've written about. So you can see the power of this because you can actually put content on the Instagram profile that's going to last forever. And there's some really interesting ways that you guys can do these things on your phone that'll actually help your business. So for instance, one great way that you could do it, you could take featured properties. So say maybe you've got one highlight for properties you've sold. Maybe you pick the best photos for each property, and then you use the text tool when you add them to your story to say maybe sold 400K over list price, or sold in 2 days with multiple offers, things like that. Maybe you want to put your current listings on there as well. Or everybody loves client testimonials. Maybe you want to have a separate highlight for client testimonials. you can create multiple highlights. So you'll always have the ability to really feature that content. And basically, it's kind of like a Facebook post where you could pin it to the top. This is essentially that. It's just unlike the Instagram stories, this is going to stay around forever. So anytime anybody goes to your profile and they want to check out, what you're all about, once they get done reading the about you, the highlights are right there for them to see. So anyways, for what it's worth, that is my tech tip. I hope you enjoy it. Anybody out there that has any other ways to use highlights in their real estate business that maybe I didn't mention and you're really crushing it with it, just put it in the comments below and we'll be sure to highlight you. Have a great day, guys.